Hey guys, so as you can probably tell by the title of this video, it's a story time, of course, but the title may be a little scary to some. Before I even start, I just have to say I am not pregnant. Anyone that knows me personally, if you're watching this video right now, you can relax. I'm not pregnant. I'm just gonna go ahead and give the story of when I did find out I was pregnant again. Okay, so for those who don't know me personally, I am married. Been married for almost 4 years. I have 2 kids. I'll get to their ages and everything in a little bit. And I'm 27 years old as of today. Okay, so here's the story. Back in 2014, yeah, 2014, I started with July 2014, I had my first son, Carson. Basically, I mean, I don't know if anybody ever know, I don't know if I even talk to people about this, but I thought I couldn't get pregnant when I got pregnant with Carson. Like, I was really like, oh my gosh, I can't get pregnant, because I was married for a year and no protection or nothing. And I wasn't pregnant. After a year of marriage, like literally, I want to say exactly 1 year, because I got pregnant in October 2013 and I got married in October 2012. So I got pregnant in October 2013. Fast forward, Carson was born in July 2014. Now, my husband, after I had Carson, he was like, are you going to go on birth control? I'm like, no. I really don't like birth controls. Like, when I went on birth control the last time, I gained 30 pounds in 2 months. I was terrified of birth control. I'm like, I'm not doing birth control again. Not doing it. He's like, you need to go on birth control. I'm like, no. He's like, yo, it's very easy to get pregnant again after a baby. I'm like, I'll be fine. You know, I'll be fine. Anywho, so now I did my 3 months leave from work. So I was home with him for 3 months. And then when I went back to work in October, like, I had a friend at work. She would always joke about me being pregnant. Like, she was the one that was joking before I got pregnant with Carson. She was like, oh, you're pregnant. She would joke and joke. I'm like, yeah, I'm not, whatever. So when I got back to work again, at the time I was breastfeeding, but then my milk supply was like out of whack. So I figured, okay, my milk supply, probably because I went back to work, so he's not breastfeeding and I'm now bottle feeding him, so maybe that's why my milk supply is not really up to par. And I was like, okay, my period's not coming. It's been about 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, no period. And I was like, okay, breastfeeding does delay your period. So I'm like, okay, good, best birth control ever, breastfeeding, right? So my friend at work, she started joking again. Oh, maybe you're pregnant. I'm like, no, girl. Breastfeeding delays period, so I can't get pregnant. Yeah. So, long story short, it's December now. So, 5 months. It's December, and we was going on a cruise, and I was like, you know what? Let me take a test, just to have a peace of mind that I'm not pregnant, so I can have fun on the cruise. And by fun, yes, I mean drinking. I drink pina coladas, right? So I do prefer them without alcohol, but just in case I had alcohol, I don't want to make sure that I was okay. I don't drink any otherwise, but so I was like, let me take a test just to be sure, just so I can be comfortable on my cruise. Now, I go to Dollar Tree, get my little dollar test, and I go home and I take the test. Like, I kid you not. Not even a minute after I take the test, it shows up positive. I said, no. Let me take another one. Another minute, it shows up positive. My husband was in the shower, TMI. I left the test on the counter in the bathroom, and I walked out the bathroom and started boo-hoo crying like I just lost my favorite pet. I don't even like animals, but somebody will relate to that. I cried. I went to Carson. I was like, Carson, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Now Carson's 5 months. About 5 months. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was just crying, like crying my eyes out. Like it was the end of the world. I didn't make it into the rapture. Like I cried and cried and cried and cried. And my husband came out the bathroom. He's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, you didn't see the test on the counter? And he went in the bathroom. He's like, oh, snap. And I was like, I'm sorry. I mean, I couldn't stop crying. Like, I was just boo-hoo crying. Like, how could this happen? And the funny thing was, my best friend, she had a baby 2013 in April. And then when I saw her in October 2014, she was pregnant again. And I was making fun. I was like, you pregnant again? I was like, you and your husband need to calm down. I was like, I'm not getting pregnant again. I got 2 years to wait before I have another baby. And I was already pregnant at that time, and I was laughing at her. So I was like, oh my gosh, I was making fun of her about her being pregnant, and here I am pregnant. And like, I was just crying and crying and crying, and I couldn't stop crying. I kid you not, probably like 30 minutes I cried straight, bawling like 30 minutes straight. And I was like, how am I gonna tell people this? Like, it was surreal. I'm like, I just couldn't believe it. To go from not thinking I could have kids to get pregnant twice back to back. Like, it was like a movie to me, and I just couldn't fathom it. And I was like, no, I can't do this again after this baby. But it's like, now I can't even like imagine life without him. Either one of them. It's like, I know God don't make mistakes. So now I'm like, okay, I just had him. I got that birth control real fast. But I don't like birth control. Like, it's just something about birth control that's just creepy. I don't like it. Okay? So, yeah. And it's just crazy. Like, and now people think that I have twins. They're like, oh, you have twins? I'm like, no, they're a year and exactly 1 week apart. So I got pregnant October. So I'm just saying I got pregnant on my anniversary. Last year on my anniversary, I was like, no. Because I didn't want to risk it again. But now I just gotta pray, because I don't trust these birth controls out there. It's like very scary. But I just feel like, Lord, you know my heart. You know I don't need no more kids right now. Lord, please watch out for a sister. Because And people joke around telling me I'm pregnant again. Nah, bro. I'm making sure that ain't happening no time soon. It would be nice to have a girl in the future, but no time soon, Lord, please. No time soon. But yeah, that's my story time. Anybody going through the same experience of getting pregnant back to back, I would love to hear your story. You can leave a comment below with your story, or you can hit me up on Instagram. You can Snapchat it to me, whatever. But it'll be fun to hear your story. But yeah, once again, I'm not pregnant again. So you guys don't need to worry. It's not happening no time soon. Pray for me. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.